part 8 of My Students Made Me Watch Naruto, and here we are in Shippuden. We're on episode 8, and these two guys are about to face off. And I'm gonna be honest, Puppet Guy's just getting on my nerves. I'm not confident about him going into this fight. I feel like all he has is his puppets, and it really feels like he's a kid trying to fight a criminal mastermind, part of the top elite criminal organization. I'm not hopeful going into this. And my baby Gaara is not looking too good. I'm really worried about him. But Hedwig does make it back to the Leaf Village, and they're like, the fastest carrier pigeon, what does it say? And then they read it, and they're alarmed, and they're speedy, and they run to the Hokage. So I feel like this is one of the very few instances in Naruto where you see people have appropriate emergency responses and immediacy. So I'm glad it's for Gaara. Before they get the news, the Hokage's telling Naruto, your team's about to be on a mission, and it's basically like a little kid mission, and Naruto starts freaking out. He starts talking all kinds of crazy to the Hokage, disrespecting her, and he has Iruka stressed. He's like, oh my god, Naruto. But then the people run in with the news, and so then Tsunade's like, well, I guess you guys are going to get Gaara back, and he's like, got it, I'm gonna get Gaara. And I can't tell if Kakashi's locked in or if he really doesn't care. I'm thinking maybe he's locked in, but he's hard to read. He's real hard to read. And so the mentally ill paper clay hands guy flies off with Gaara and leaves him to handle business. And he's like, this is light work. I'll catch up soon. And Puppet Guy brings out his same old tricks. This is my issue with him, is the Sand Kids are supposed to be the top dogs, the heavy hitters of that generation. And this is the best he has. The same little puppets we've been seeing, and he can't do anything besides puppets. It's just not well-rounded. I don't see a lot of training behind it. Sure, he's mastered this one skill, but that's not gonna suit every fight, as we see. And he traps him inside of it, but it's not even him, it's a sand clone. And then he comes out and destroys all the guy's puppets, so Puppet Guy's left with nothing because he's nothing without his puppets. And then he has this little poison thing he stabs Puppet Guy with. And he also tells him, your little puppets didn't work on me because I'm the one that built those puppets. I'm the OG puppet master. You don't know nothing about this. And so really not looking good for Puppet Guy. Now, that is interesting though, that there's more puppet people, or that he at least builds puppets, because I assumed Puppet Guy built his own puppets. So that's really weird to me that he didn't, because I thought there were scenes of him working on him and making new things to him and stuff. So I'm confused about that. I'm sure they'll explain that later, but